Welcome back, friends. In this video we'll be talking about marker assisted selection of plant species for our purpose. And again, the developer is Dan Quinn, and this is copyright protected by the WheatCap. Anyways, let's move on. At the dawn of civilization, people domesticate plants and animals. People domesticated plants and animals and improved them for the better fit their purpose by selecting individuals with the best traits to create the new next generation. Which traits people selected are no shattering, more seeds, bigger seeds, free threshing. So for example, here people will like to take this one over this one. When seeds from plants with better traits were planted, then sometimes the good traits were observed again in the new generation. We know today that the passing of traits from one generation to the next generation is under genetic control. Scientists continue to improve plants and animals through a process known as breeding. They carefully select beneficial individuals to use in controlled crosses, producing the next generation. Traits that modern breeders select include high yield, good quality, and disease resistant. These traits are controlled by the genetic makeup of the individual plants. Now if we look at the growth regions, we can find, for example, soft white is there, Durham is there, and most importantly hard red, which is placed in winter times, which is an excellent for milking and breeding purpose, which is a very versatile in use. So these are some selective breed of wheat all over United States. Traits of importance are different depending on the type of wheat grown and the region of the growth. Both early and modern plant breeders use traditional selection. Traditional selection involves growing plants and selecting those with good traits to be used in the further crosses. Modern plant breeders also have a new technology which is called the marker assisted selection. First we will show an example of traditional selection of the disease resistance. Step 1. Hand inoculate with disease of interest. Second step is we let the plant to grow. Step 3. Wait for disease to develop. Identify the diseases and remove the diseased plants from the population of undiseased plants. For example, here the susceptible plants are denoted with S and their color is yellow. So these are all the susceptible plants, but this this green color plants are the resistant quality plants. So what we will do, we will separate this resistant plant from these diseased plants. Due to advances in biotechnology, selections can be now be made with the process called marker assisted selection, or MAS. Traits are controlled by the piece of DNA called genes. Markers are DNA segments that can be used as flag to track the genes. MAS, or marker assisted selection, requires the following steps. Step 1. Grow leaf tissue for DNA isolation. Step 2. DNA isolation can be done and extraction can happen. Step 3. Polymerase chain reaction, or PCR, is run to amplify the gene sequence, and then the gel electrophoresis is carried out. The resistant or R type and the susceptible or S type lines have different banding patterns. Susceptible seedlings are eliminated. Hundreds of seedlings with the desired genes can be selected by a single person utilizing this marker assisted selection. Selection identifies the plants to be used in crosses to create the next generation. Crosses are made in the same manner with traditional and mass breeding. Wheat heads are composed of many flowers, each contain both male and female parts, as we can see in this picture. Wheat can self-fertilize. This first step is to keep wheat from by removing all the male parts from a head. Remove flower male parts. Then bag head and wait for female parts to develop. Pollinate the bag head containing developed females with the pollen from a selected individual male. Allow seed to develop on bagged head. Plant seed to create next generation. Then genes act as the same in both traditional and MAS breeding. This is a representation of the desired final product which is obtained from both traditional breeding and MAS. The spheres representing genes with the black one representing the gene for the trait of interest. Plant A and B are being crossed. The desired trait is transferred from plant B to plant A. The DNA strand with the colored spheres containing the gene, which is black in color, to be transferred and the gene marker to be used in the selection. The marker gene is shown with the star. DNA replication naturally occurs in both the parent plants. When the two plants are crossed, the replicated DNA of the parent plant is recombined with the offspring. As A and B are crossed, DNA containing the gene of interest is exchanged. The result is a combination of a genetic makeup from both plants A and plants B. Plant C is the result of a new combination of a genetic makeup from both plants A and B. Plant C contains the gene of interest plus undesired genes positioned close to the target gene. To get rid of these undesired traits that we also transferred with the gene of interest, plant C is backcrossed to a plant of A type. Once again, a new recombination of the genetic material occurs between plant A and C. Backcrossing is done until only the gene of interest remains, which is black, and the undesired trait, which is red and blue, are bred out. Although not shown, backcrossing the plant with the gene of interest and the original type A plant is repeated many times to get this desired product. The result is the gene of interest transferred into the plant. That's how the MAS technique is done, and I hope it will help you. Thank you.